Okay. That field's ready for cultivation, I think. I keep looking at that little bump right there. I wonder if I can smooth out that little bump. It's just a little bump. It's this little bump right here. I wonder if I can smooth that out at all. Just a little bit. Smooth it out a little bit, but... Fences. Let's look at our fences here. I want something small and inconspicuous. And kind of old looking, too. That's not bad. Ooh, area's restricted. Okay. I was going to put a little fence there, but I don't know if it's going to let me. Yeah, it just says area's restricted. I can put a tiny little fence there, but yeah. I was kind of hoping to maybe put a fence right there. Instead, let's see where they'll let us put it. Come on. There we go. I'll accept that. That's good. I need to put it a little further out. There we go. Yeah, there we go. It's a little further out. That works. There we go. That actually looks kind of nice. And that is kind of better. I did smooth that out a little. I'm kind of happy with that. It is kind of a naked looking kind of hill, isn't it? Maybe a big ass bush or something? There you go. Yeah, it's a big ass bush or something, right? I could even put like a bigger one, like maybe like that. There we go. Just to sort of mark where we don't need to be driving. There we go. That's good. Kind of hides that little bump a little. Okay. Cultivation time, I think. Got this little cultivator. There we go. Get it lined up. Come to think of it, before I cultivate, this is driving me nuts. I've got these narrow tires on, and they're just not really digging in as much as I'd like. I put the narrow tires on to protect crop fields, but I'll tell you what. I don't have anything growing. Customize. Let's put some better tires on. Woo. I have to give it just a second, I guess. We're gonna go with... Let's go with standards. There we go. Yeah, that's better. Fatter tires, give us more traction. When you change out the tires, I don't know if you noticed, but they look brand new. Like the tires came out of the shed or whatever. That's kind of cool. Yeah, it's much better. You can sort of feel the difference. It digs in a little better. That's kind of cool. The different tires make a big difference in this game. You can really feel it. attach. There we go. There we go. Here, let me put some music on while we're cultivating. We gotta be cultivating to some tunes, I think, maybe. There you go. Let me turn it up just a tiny notch. There we go. Let's go. There we go. Make it nice and smooth. We'll do the edges too. There we go. Oh, hold on. Let me turn that down just a tiny bit. Sorry everybody, I'm adjusting things, but the volume slider on here isn't perfect. That's better. Okay. Man, this leaves such a different texture for cultivation. It's wild. Oh, little flashy glitch on the field there. But man, look at the difference. Woo. I definitely don't want to miss any edges. It's weird driving in third person. It feels weird. Whoa. Oh, we got to do the trick. Hold on. The trick is zooming out. There we go. Then we zoom back in and it's fine. I gotta remember that little trick. This is so cool. $19 Shays, what do you think of Farming Simulator 25? Well, once I got the graphical bugs worked out, and we're still sort of playing with that a little, 19 Shays, because the graphical bugs, we can sort of tell, are going to be something the developers are going to have to work on squashing in the first week and stuff. I'm sure they're working on it now for the first update. Other than that, I'm really enjoying the mechanics, and the bugs that I've encountered so far aren't really new. They're bugs that I encountered in the last version of Farming Simulator here and there, so it's not a big deal. It seems to be a lot more realistic when it comes to driving the vehicles. You can really feel the resistance as it goes up a hill, or when it goes through mud or through a field. So it's a lot more satisfying. It's the only complaint that I have is that the graphical bugs were so difficult to work out. But once I got to the point that the field looks okay, I'm pretty happy with it. Obviously, I haven't gotten into animals yet, but you saw, you know, they added goats, they added water buffalo, and that's a beginning. Granted, I would have liked to see them add things like ducks or maybe rabbits or something, but I have no doubt whatsoever we're going to see that in the mods. We might even see that in the expansions. They've been kind of teasing a little bit that they might have an expansion involving animals. I don't know what that's going to be all about, but they wouldn't have put baby animals in if they weren't thinking maybe we could go with a few more animals here and there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess I'll keep my eyes on the news, obviously. It's going to be a little difficult to find out for sure until the developers release actual news about it. There we go. That's all cultivated and done. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me, expensive vehicle. I know. But yeah, I'll definitely continue to check up on the news and find out if any more animals get added. And I'm looking forward to adding animals. I'm just not really sure at this point which animals we're going to add to start off with. My first thought was some chickens for some eggs. But I'm not sure. I mean, I was also thinking, you know, we do grow a decent amount of crops here. This is canola and rice. It's not unheard of to maybe consider pigs, but I'm not really sure. Of course, if we have enough grass, we could always have goats as well. And goat milk might be nice. Something to kind of think about. Park this at the moment right here, because I think I have to plow these fields as well. Let me finish up seeding the, let me finish up seeding that one field and rolling it. And then we'll get to plowing those fields. You know, with the last game, with the expansions, they added crops. And I have no doubt they'll add crops here and there as well. But I'm kind of wondering if maybe they're gearing up for one of the expansions to include an animal or a couple animals. It would be a good thing for an expansion, and it would be very different and very new for them to suddenly add, you know, I don't know, ducks and rabbits or something, you know. At the same time, I don't know if they want controversy, and I don't know if ducks or rabbits are controversial with people being raised on farms. I have no idea. I know some people are kind of sensitive when it comes to ducks. I had some neighbors go nuts because some neighbors of mine had moved in at one point, and they had originally lived on a farm. And so they collected some of the Muskogee ducks that live in the area, and they were breeding them for duck eggs and for baby ducks so they could sell them and everything. And I don't know about the legality of it per se, but man, my neighbors were not happy about that. First of all, the ducks got out quite often, and they flew all over the neighborhood, and they shit all over the place. Which really didn't really bother me that bad. I didn't really mind poop. I mean, you can wash off poop from a car, but my neighbors didn't really appreciate it. I quite liked coming out and seeing a bunch of ducks sitting on my car, because I would always come out and feed them. I always had like corn or birdseed or something, a little handful. Whenever I'd come out, the ducks would be flying down the street to come see me. And I didn't mind that at all. And my neighbors didn't mind if I fed their ducks occasionally. They had a good time. They were cool people, despite their noisiness. They were some real country folk, I tell you that much. At least once we heard a gunshot go off, and it was a shotgun. What are the plants? Well, we have pretty much everything that we have in FS22, along with the vegetables. So we have like carrots, parsnips, things like that, red beets. We also have the 2 different types of rice. We have 2 different types of spinach. I'm pretty sure they have baby spinach and regular longleaf spinach. I know they have green beans. I know they have peas. I'd have to look in the total list, but I know that there's other things that you can grow in greenhouses as well, like peppers. You know, you saw me growing mushrooms, but I noticed that peppers were one of the things that was listed. I also noticed garlic was one of the things listed. So I know you can grow garlic. I just don't exactly know how you grow garlic. I'd have to read up on that. I might be in greenhouses, I'm guessing. I'd have to look. I'm not really sure how they want us to grow garlic in the game, but it is listed in the list of crops, though. But the funny thing is, it's not listed in the crop calendar, which makes me think that maybe it's a greenhouse crop. But I haven't really looked at the greenhouses available. I should take a peek at the greenhouses available just for fun. In fact, why don't we do that? We'll take a peek into construction, and let's check out what they have. So here's greenhouses. This one is for rice saplings. We have one of those. This one's a tarp greenhouse. So I see here garlic, I see tomatoes, I see strawberries, I see what looks like romaine lettuce. I see regular lettuce. I see what's probably green onions, or maybe those are scallions, but I'm guessing those are green onions. And then I see peppers. So they've added a bunch of stuff to the greenhouses. I do see mushrooms here in the mushroom greenhouses. And then we do have a larger rice greenhouse, I think, somewhere down here. Hold on. Greenhouses. Rice, grapes, olives, obviously. Let's see. Lots of... So this is really interesting. So they have a cow pasture here. Look at that. This is really interesting. Like, they have a cow pasture, and it's not that big, and it says here, a place to keep your cow's attention. This is a breeding barn. Therefore, milk production is not possible. How interesting is that? And yet, you go down here, the pasture of this building can be customized. The pasture of this building can be customized. So I'm thinking, like, this means that you can make the pastures large, I guess, which is amazing. Ooh, they have up to 16 horses in this large horse barn. That's quite a bit. And we have pigs. We have a pig pasture, which isn't that big. This is obviously where we breed and just keep pigs. So if I zoom in here, you can see that it has a water trigger, a food trigger, and a buy animal trigger, but it doesn't have a trigger to pick up slurry. Let's take a look at this 67,000 one real quick. Interesting, we do have a slurry trigger on this one. So even the cheap pig pastures, we have slurry triggers here. Or pig barns, if you want to call them that. So, like, theoretically, if I wanted to put it here or something. Just theoretically. You know what I mean? Obviously, I would have to get to the trigger, though. Different sheep. This is actually kind of small. That's kind of nice, isn't it? Yeah, that's kind of nice. It conforms to the land a little bit. That's really nice. Yeah, we could have a little sheep pasture or something aside one of our pastures or something. Something to think about. And we have chickens. Oh, we have some lovely little chicken pens here. This one holds 30 chickens, and it's a tiny little thing. I don't think we'll have any actual room for it unless we stick it way back here or something. I don't think we have enough room there. We would have to park it on the side of something. We don't have a whole lot of room to play with on this farm, so what we're going to have to do is probably buy land. Yeah, we'll probably have to buy land. Because if we buy this land over here, you can see that they have a decent amount of hillside over here. Obviously, we can convert these fields into farmland if we want. There's not a whole lot of flat, if you noticed. So whatever we go with has to be like small, you know what I mean? Like this small. This is like 20 chickens and that's it. It would have to be something like that. But it would have to be like way back here. Yeah, I don't even think I have any room for a tiny one. I'd have to like stick it in like a corner or something. So we will look into that as a possibility. Actually, you know what? We could put it right here if we wanted. I think it was actually telling me that this is actually a place that you can do. So we could put a chicken pen right there if we wanted. I mean, it would get kind of in the way a little bit. Yeah, I don't know if I want to commit to a chicken pen here. But we could sort of find a place for one somewhere in here. It's something to think about. But yeah, there's lots of stuff in there, interesting stuff in there. Chickens, lots of bees that I didn't even look at. Maybe we should do some bees. I should make a honey pallet location. Where would be a good honey pallet location? Here? That would be pretty decent, I guess. Let's see. Where would a good honey pallet location be? How about just sort of on the side here? We can set it back like really far. Like, yeah, that's perfect. Our honey can appear there. How cool is that? So then let's splurge a little. Let's get some bees. Maybe we can fit some bees in here. Yup. We got bees. It's always nice to have some bees. It doesn't feel like we actually have a full farm unless we have bees. Yeah, I think we've defeated the terrifying graphical issues. Everything seems to be nice and smooth now. It took us a little bit, but we didn't give up, and we persevered. That's what you do with a video game. Yeah, now make some money. I'm gonna do my best, 19 Shays. As soon as I get these crops into the ground. See, I'm already producing product. I already harvested a bunch of rice, and I dumped that rice into my rice oil refinery, if you want to call it that. I guess we'll call it a processor, rice oil processor. And so that's making rice oil, so as soon as that generates a pallet, I'll be able to make some money, and we can do contracts now that we have a bunch of different tools and stuff. So we could actually do a contract if we wanted. Which I actually think would be fun. Maybe something like a harvesting contract where we can take our harvester up there. And we're a little short on money after all. But then again, we only really started with a couple tractors, you know, a couple harvesters and some land. Yeah, I think that would be a good time. We'll take a look at the contracts and we'll drive off to some other Japanese farm out here in the middle of beautiful... I'm not sure what province this is, but it's Japan. Turn off our seeder for now. I do like our seeder quite a bit. It does need some repairs, I suppose. Let's take it over and get some repairs done. There we go. Alright, what do we have here? Repair, 297, yes. Repair, ooh, it just fell off. I got another achievement. I guess for repairing my vehicles. You like this map? I love the 3D nature of it, all the hills and everything. You know me, when I was playing on my last map, I love hills. I just love big rolling hills. It's just so much fun to me. And the moment I saw this map, I thought to myself, this looks like the kind of map that I would absolutely fall in love with. You know, a little country farm out in the middle of the rolling hills. Oh yeah. Japan, Poland, doesn't matter. It's beautiful. It's all earth. And as a farmer, I'm here to take care of the earth. Right? Oh, having some of those zooming issues that I had a little earlier. Come on. Zoom for me. Zoom for me, come on. Let's see if the zoom might come back in intermittently, maybe. Yeah, that's one issue that we've had so far. Little bit of a... little bit of an issue there with one of the mouse buttons seemed to be popping in and out of existence. Like I can't zoom out right now for some reason. That's a little bug. It's not a major bug. I can still work on the farm and stuff and get stuff done. But it's annoying not being able to zoom out. Yeah, it's a little bit of a bug here. It's happened twice tonight. And it seems to be fixed by closing the game and then reopening the game. But I don't really know why the bug is there in the first place, you know? The weird thing is, I vaguely remember FS22 having a problem that was similar. Like a zoom problem where my scroll wheel stopped working. But theirs was with an update. It wasn't with when the game first came out, because I didn't get the game when it first came out. FS22, I'm not even sure when it came out, but I didn't jump on it until at least a year or a year and a half later. And like I said, it's not the end of the world. I can still more or less see the game, you know? I would just really prefer that zoom scroll wheel to work right now. But it's not the end of the world. I can still play. Yeah, they'll fix it. That's why I'm not